You know how digital phishing works, right?
Yeah.
Like you click a link for a free gift card and suddenly your hard drive is locked.
Oh, yeah, totally. The classic trap.
Right, but imagine clicking that exact same bait, only the trap snaps shut in the actual physical world.
Which is exactly what we are looking at today in this deep dive. We have a stack of news reports from late July 2026.
Yeah.
And they detail a case in Thailand that completely blurs the line between a cyber scam and, well, a violent kidnapping.
It is wild. Because the lure here was as simple as a spam email. So 3 Indian tourists, all in their 20s, they bought a 7-day Thailand tour for 70,000 back.
Which is roughly $2,000, right?
Exactly. I mean, it is a great deal, but not insanely suspicious. So they land, grab a taxi to a McDonald's in Pattaya for a pickup, and just walk straight into a nightmare.
Right, because there was no resort.
Not at all.
Whoever picked them up from that McDonald's just drove them directly to a rented townhouse in a quiet residential area. And the second they walked through the door, they were bound, beaten, and held hostage for 5 days.
God, 5 days. And the violence wasn't just physical, though it was brutal. It was this highly calculated psychological warfare.
Yeah, the captors literally hung them upside down from a mattress.
Wait, really? Upside down?
Yes, and they beat their ankles with sticks. But the detail that really stuck with me from the reports was the spray paint.
The red spray paint.
Exactly. They sprayed the victims' heads and bodies with red paint to simulate these gruesome open wounds.
That is just pure theatrical terror. I mean, why go to that extent?
Well, because the kidnappers were video calling the victims' families back in India. They were demanding this massive ransom of 10 million rupees.
Which is about 120,000 US dollars.
Right. And if you want a family to pay that kind of money instantly, you have to bypass their rational brain.
You have to send them into total shock.
Exactly. That fake blood basically guaranteed the families would be way too blinded by panic to try and negotiate or delay.
That is terrifying.
Yeah.
But when I looked at how this was organized, the structure didn't resemble a traditional cartel or a local gang.
No, not at all.
It looked like Uber. I mean, the operation was entirely decentralized. The guys doing the actual beating in that Pattaya townhouse weren't local Thai mobsters.
No, they're Indian nationals.
Right. And they didn't even know the mastermind.
No, they didn't. The Thai police discovered these 5 guys on the ground were essentially gig workers.
Gig workers. Like for a kidnapping.
Seriously, they were recruited through these shady Facebook groups, often under the guise of lucrative debt collection or, private security jobs abroad.
So the boss is just dispatching tasks remotely. Because the mastermind was a Pakistani national who wasn't even in Southeast Asia.
Right, he was sitting comfortably in Dubai.
In Dubai. Managing a kidnapping over a satellite phone.
Yeah, and he routed that signal through the UAE to bounce his IP address and mask his true physical location.
That is so calculated. He just isolated himself completely from the physical danger.
Precisely. He demanded that the $120,000 ransom be paid directly to his own untraceable cryptocurrency wallet.
Wow. So he absorbs all the profit while outsourcing all the physical risk.
Exactly.
But wait, what did the gig workers get out of this?
Well, the proxies on the ground were just disposable assets to him. Their only payment was the pocket cash the victims happened to be carrying.
Which was what, around $80,000?
Yeah, just over $2,000. Plus, the promise of plane tickets to flee the country once the ransom hit the boss's crypto wallet.
That is literally offshoring violent crime. It is wild.
It is. But, this disconnected structure is also what caused the whole plan to crack.
Oh, right. Because these proxies were just temporary hires.
Exactly. They didn't have a sophisticated local network, so they left a trail. When the families back in India alerted the authorities, Thai police stepped in.
And they worked with the local Indian community in Pattaya, right?
Yes, to piece together the gig workers' digital footprints and local movements, that local intelligence was totally the key.
Thank goodness. So they stormed the townhouse.
They did. They rescued all 3 victims before the situation turned fatal. And they eventually tracked down the 5 proxies hiding out in a Bangkok hotel.
Man, if you are scrolling through cheap travel deals online right now, a case like this completely changes how you have to look at them.
Oh, absolutely. The bait wasn't handed out in some dark alley.
No, it was just a vacation package on a screen.
It really redefines where digital caution ends and physical safety begins,
It really does. Which leaves you with a pretty unsettling thought for your next getaway. As international syndicates get better at using untraceable crypto, remote mastermind structures, and disposable gig criminals to completely offshore their risk, will the future of travel require us to background check our vacation agencies just as rigorously as we background check our financial investments?